Good morning to you all. This video is going to be a bit of a grumble, really, I suppose. I've had to look back into my eBay when I've bought certain items, but basically I wanted to renew the heads for a shaver which I've had a few years. In fact, it's a model Philips SP9820. It's also got other names on there, but it's Philips Norelco. Now, I bought this, and I had to look back on a few years ago. It appears I bought it off of eBay 15th of December 2019. So it's a few years old. It's not ancient, but it's a few years old. The cost then, and that doesn't include the import charges and all that they add on to it, it was $239. So that's when I bought it. And okay, it served me very, very well. It's a superbly made razor. It's still working. I've just turned it on. We've got 67% of juice left in the battery. Yeah, a nice razor. Now, I understand the heads are supposed to last a year. Well, okay, this one had lasted well over a year. In fact, I don't know when it was, probably a year ago, I bought a replacement head, or the blades that go in. So you'd buy 3 of them. They're the 3 there. And I renewed them. Now, I, as an idiot, assumed that the blades were going to be good. I must admit the old blade was starting to get a bit notchy, or what. It was occasionally snagged on some of the whiskers, which, as you know, is not very comfortable. So I thought, now time's there to buy a new set of blades. I understand they were made of, I think it's called nana steel. It's special Japanese type steel, which obviously Philips Norelco got a hold of. And as I say, it was the best razor I'd ever used. I've never used a bladed job. I'd probably cut my throat or do something ridiculous. So I've always had electric razors. But anyhow, I'm drifting away from what I'm supposed to be talking about. I bought from a dealer a few years, well, I don't know, a year or so ago. I didn't check that one. I could do, but there's no point. For not a lot of money. I think it was probably between £9 and £15. A replacement set of blades. And, like an idiot, I took the old blades out of the machine. I should have saved them, but I didn't. I put them in the bin, in the garbage. So they were lost. Silly thing that was. Anyhow, I put in the new blades, and they were the worst blades I think I've ever used. They were even worse than the old blades I'd taken out. So yes, I was very annoyed that I'd lost them. So that was my little story there. Today, sort of coming up to date, I thought it was time I replaced the heads for this one and buy genuine Philips cutters. What a shock I had. On eBay, which is where I buy a lot of stuff, got no complaints with, there was one offering of heads made by Philips. The right ones for this shaver. They look very nice, look nicely packed. You had the Philips name on it. It wasn't an item that I'd bought previously. There was not the sign of any name, it just came from China. But these were genuine Philips. I thought, oh, yeah, perhaps that would be an idea. That at least I've got genuine cutters with this Nana steel. It's obviously a special steel. Anyhow, then I looked at the price. What did I see? Unbelievable. For those 3 heads, it was going to cost me £146.95. So all in all, £147. Well, after picking myself up after the shock, which was a shock, I said to myself, well, no, I'm not going to throw money away. It looks like I'm going to have to sacrifice a good shaver. I objected to have to pay out nearly £150 to renew the heads, which is absolutely ridiculous. All right, there were the other people still selling them for silly prices, £9 to 15, all from China. And I thought, well, I've been bitten once. I'm not going to chance it. So I'm going to cut my losses. I'm going to cut my losses. So I thought, well, perhaps time has come to buy a new razor. I didn't want to, but obviously time came. And yeah, I looked through electric shavers on eBay and I came up with this one, which is a Panasonic. It's got the number on it. It's not bad. There's the number, ESRT32. Beautifully packed, brand new, in a box, sealed. And I thought, well, that'll probably do me. And the price was £35.99. And that was obviously including the postage, etc. So all I paid was £35.99. I thought, well, okay, I've got myself, hopefully, a decent razor. Which, yes, it is. I've got a couple of moans about it, I must admit. The seller put on it that a couple of porkies, let me put it like that, a couple of porkies on the listing on eBay that the seller obviously writes down, he said it was made in Japan. Blatant lie. It's made in China. Got it on there. Made in China. Which didn't please me very much. I'd have much rather have seen a product of what make? Of Panasonic, made in Japan. Well, this one isn't. It's made in China. Now, the second porky was, I call it false information. It was on eBay. It said that it had a charging stand. Well, there's no charging stand for this model. You couldn't even, I imagine that would probably fit into a charging stand. But no, didn't get a charging stand. All I did get was that transformer and a lead to charge it up. So that was a blatant lie. And also they say it's a variable speed. Another lie, it does not have variable speed. So okay, they will be waiting for a negative report from me because I don't like lies, and that was blatant lies. I wouldn't have bought this if I'd known it was made in China. But because it said made in Japan, I thought, oh well, I'll buy that. It's not. So okay, I'm going to wait a few days and send the negative feedback. So I don't like being lied to. So that was false info. Apart from that, the razor seems to be okay. It cuts my whiskers and it appears to be okay, so no problem there. So anyhow, I just thought this would be a little short video to sort of point out that, you know, when you get stuff, be it off of eBay or Etsy or any of them, always read the descriptions, and if the description's wrong, then you've got a way of getting back and telling the seller it might be a genuine mistake, but in this case I don't think it was. They said it was made in Japan, it was made in China. It said it had a charging stand and adjustable speed. All false. It does not have any of those. It does have, fortunately, Nana steel again. I don't know what this Nana steel is, but it's they mentioned it with this on one of the cutters. I presume they mean that centre cutter. Okay, it's as I said before, it's not a bad job. It's supposed to be completely waterproof. Not that I'm going to put it in a bowl of water. So yeah, that's it. Any comments please make. Be interested to see what the outcome is on this. Is there many of these ones still about? In my opinion, these are still very, very good shavers and probably beats the Panasonic every day. But I'm blowed if I'm going to pay nearly 150 quid to renew 3 heads, which is a bit of a racket. Anyway, that's all I'm going to say. I might put another video up today. I'll see how I feel. Anyhow, thanks again for watching. Any comments please make. This will be obviously under a grumble or what's it? It's comments really, so I'll put it down as comments. So thanks again for watching. Thank you.